Hi guys, Jared here with Day Traders FX. We have had another wild day in the market. It looked like things were going to start off a bit on the positive side and just another big swing into the negative. You can see the Dow ended up closing way down, 150 points plus. S&P another 20-point down day, huge bad day on S&P. Gold, however, made a pretty big, crazy rally, and that's kind of interesting. Oil is also back down. It looked like it was going to kind of recover a little bit, and ultimately didn't end up doing much there. So a little bit to talk about coming up. We've seen a little bit of news come out today. Coming into tomorrow, we have nothing super exciting. We have the G8 meetings that are going to be happening this weekend, and we also have core CPI coming up as well. So that's kind of something to keep an eye on there. What we are looking at is a nice high. Look at where the dollar index is, 81.63, and it's been even higher. It tested up here just around the 81.80. Remember, if we break 82, that's going to be we're going to have to scroll back to this weekly chart and have a look at things. That's going to put us at a multi-year high. We saw that we just came shy of that 82 back here in the end of 2010, beginning of 2011, and so on. And we have these way big peaks way up here, up in the high 80s, low 90s. But it's been a little while since that's happened. So we're trying to get past 82. That'll be pretty monumental for a lot of these pairs. Big time chop. Our UK levels turned out fantastically well, which were these ones right here. We had a sell at 127.25, and that made a nice little run. And then it just chopped around all session long, and now it's finally again failed many times to get below this day, or to get above the daily pivot. And now it looks like it might just be able to make it below. So I really like this low right here, this kind of general low, which is around 126.80. I think if we can get below that, we can kind of break that. What we want to make sure of is that we're far enough away from 12700. That's still a sticky level, and if we can't get beyond 12700, or if we can't stay below 12700, then this is going to continue to chop around. So that's why I think if we get a break of about 126.80, that's going to make it interesting and give us, a decent opportunity to continue down to about the 126, 40, 30, 40 area. So there's some nice pips in there. Again, we have a gigantic double bottom right here, and this is going to be a tough one to get past, but we're at least looking to retest it, and I think we're going to be able to. Pound dollar ended up having a crazy big run. We saw that this nice big trend line breakout happened, and the thing dropped just 100+ pips. Big move on the pound dollar. And actually, where we're sitting, I like current market price. I think we're going to see a little bit of a pullback on this pound dollar into the Asian session, but I like this thing below 15800. And you can see it's about 157.88 right now, so it's just barely below that. And I like this area as just a continued sell. I think this is a good spot to keep on taking this pair down. It's really tanked the last couple of days, and it's getting through this big support. 15800 was huge support. We have moving averages, we have support, we had resistance, we had everything right there, and it's clearing that spot. So I like just a little bit of pullback, and as long as this stays below 15800, I like selling this thing down into the 157.50, which I don't think it'll have any problem reaching. So just keep that in mind. We had a sell on the euro yen at 10200, and you can see how that went. Amazingly well. I don't know what else I want to do with this euro yen at this point. I think it needs a little bit of recovery. It's broken some pretty major support right there, so that's good. And I think we just need to see this thing pull back a little bit. So basically what I'm going to be looking for is, as the Asian session starts today, and I'll be on live for this and I'll be advising everyone in the chat, but as the Asian session starts today and we see a little bit of pullback, I'm probably just going to look for a short-term quick pullback and then continue shorting this euro yen. Pound yen did the same thing. Huge movements, huge crazy movements, and the pound yen has not done this for quite some time. So it's past all the major supports. It's a nice lazy M right here. Everything just kind of happened very nicely, and it finally made a run today. And it hasn't really, it's been a little choppy and a little crazy, but it's finally really broken out of everything. So again, looking for the same thing to happen, a little bit of a pullback in the Asian session, keep this thing below some of this support right here around 125.70, and I think we're in business. Aussie dollar, everything's finally starting to move. Aussie dollar has been channeled for 2 days, but this is kind of a common thing that the Aussie dollar does. It runs a little bit, retraces, and channels, just like, and it's been doing that. We've grabbed some really nice trades out of this thing. and it's really triple topped. It's just showing us it's not getting back above 99.60 no matter what we say or do. It's just not going to happen. So that's fine. We'll keep trading it down. Same thing. I want to see a little bit of a pullback here in the Asian session as it gets started. Give us a chance to get in a little bit closer to 9,900. It's only at 98.85, so about a 15 pip pullback. Would be good, and kind of just see this thing get back up to this support and then trade it on down through. And I think that's a great move on the Aussie dollar for now. So we're going to be looking for that. And likewise, we're going to be watching gold here. Gold has rallied. So from about this time yesterday, gold was sitting around 1530. And as you can see, it's currently $40 higher than that right now. That was a big run that gold made, a big retracement, a big correction. And I think gold might start coming back down again. But for the time being, we're just going to kind of watch this and see if we can get any kind of nice little continuation back down, and that's just going to push all these pairs that much lower once again. Our dollar CAD has just never looked back hardly. As soon as it hit that level we had the other day, 10060, it just has gone crazy, and it's up 130 plus pips from there. So the CAD is really going strong, really above some major support right there. So that was a big move, resistance. So everything's setting up nicely. Again, looking for the euro dollar to break those lows right there around 126.80. Looking for the pound dollar to jerk back just a little bit and give us an entry around 158.00. Euro yen and pound yen, just a quick little retracement as the Asian session starts to make sure that we don't get stuck in a reversal. Let that pullback start, and as long as it stays below some of those short-term resistances, I think we're good. And same thing with the Aussie dollar, a little bit of a pullback, and let's take this thing down to 96.50, no questions asked. At least that would be the theory, and I think we can do it. So best of luck, guys. I'll be advising on kind of new updated setups as they happen, but we'll see you in the chat with more details. Thanks, everyone.